I am Sabelo Sibanda, the people's locktivist. In my locktivism being using the law as a tool by which to advance an activist cause in the interest of justice for the people, I work towards ensuring that as much as possible, people's rights are protected. Some of the people are not aware of the relationship between the proposed national health regulations amendments that the South African government is pushing in line with the attempt to have an African pandemic preparedness treaty, which in itself speaks to the proposed global pandemic preparedness treaty. It is important to realize what exactly this means for all of us as a people. These regulations basically declare a scenario where everyone will end up in one of three categories, where you are either deemed to be a case or you are considered a suspect, or alternatively, you are considered as one who has been in contact with someone who is a case. Once you fall into any one of these three categories, this is what this means for you. According to the proposals that government is putting out there and asking you as a South African to say whether you agree with it or you don't, the most critical aspect is that government says you may not refuse to be medically examined, whereby the medical examination process is whatever government will determine. Second to that, you may not refuse to be put in quarantine or put in isolation. And the requirements for quarantine and isolation are such that the majority of the people of South Africa will not be able to self-quarantine, so they have to be put in a state institution which has been designed for purposes of this quarantine. Further to that, and most critical, is that you may not refuse to take whatever medication that the government says you should take. So necessarily, what this means is that your freedom, which is supposed to be guaranteed and protected by the same act in as far as the right to be informed, is taken away. And the right to be able to say no to any particular medication is also taken away. You are caught in a situation whereby government has full control. Once you are put in this isolation space, this quarantine space, you don't have the ability to determine when and how you get out. It will be up to government to decide that it's now time for you to be able to get out. And further to that, we find that now these particular provisions that government is seeking to push are now making the state of disaster regulations permanent through the National Health Act. So now the country of South Africa will be under a permanent state of disaster, where masking will be permanent, where social distancing is permanent, where control of people at gatherings is also permanent, and also the entry in and out of the country. You are now subjected to such draconian laws. And it is a way by which, in the name of health, people's freedoms are being taken away. If you, as a South African, care about the freedom of this country, if you care about the rights of the people of this country, if you care about your own rights, your own freedoms, your own ability to determine what is for your benefit and what isn't, your own ability to determine what health regime to take in the event that you have a medical condition, then you have to participate in this particular process. You have to let government know what you feel, what you think about this regulation, process that is going on right now. This public participation that is going on will be for the benefit of the people of South Africa only if the people get up. It's not about someone doing it for you. It's not about waiting to see what is going to happen. It's about us letting our elected representatives know that we as the South African people, in line with the constitutional right to public participation, in line with the right enshrined in the National Health Act to public participation, we take a stand and we say, no, we will not allow our rights to be taken away. We cannot continue to have a situation where the rights of the people of South Africa are determined externally. The people of South Africa have a right to decide whether these regulations will come to pass or will not come to pass. And when I talk about the people of South Africa, I'm talking about it from a perspective of the South African people as a collective. But South Africa is made up of individuals. So I'm talking to you as an individual, saying, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to allow this to happen under your watch, or are you going to stand up and say, I am fighting for myself, I'm fighting for my family, I'm fighting for my nation, I'm fighting for Africa, I'm fighting for the whole of humanity? Because humanity is at a threat right now as we speak. I call upon you as South Africans to stand up and make your voice heard. You have the power to protect the sovereignty of every individual. This is about you, it's about me, it's about our children, it's about our children's children, it's about the future generations of humanity who do not yet have a voice, but we are the voice that is there to protect their future. We have got until the 5th of August for us to be able to make our contributions. On the links below are different platforms by which you can participate. Please get up, be active. Thank you very much.